Your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
There's been a few light showers across parts of central Illinois over the evening hours. Still right now, some raindrops in Springfield on our weather camera there. Notice very scattered in nature here as they lift off to the north and east. Only a few more hours of it here. Certainly not a washout tonight, but we're at least warm enough to keep any snow well away from central Illinois. 39 right now in Champaign. It is 40 in Decatur. Springfield sitting at 42. I think we'll bottom out in the mid, maybe upper 30s in a few spots there. Our south and east winds of 15 to 20 miles an hour will continue. Most showers should be done by midnight to 3 a.m., which is going to set things up for a nice day, particularly tomorrow. Boy, can I not wait to tell you about that. There will be the chance for some more rain, though. We'll talk about all of that and more as WCIA 3 News at 10 starts now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
A woman from Champaign disappeared in Georgia 2 months ago. A private investigator thinks it may have happened. Plus, not sure if your landlord's allowed to show your apartment during the pandemic, what one health department is saying in response. And it's the home stretch of the Illinois basketball season, and it's all on the road. Why that is Coach Underwood frustrated.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Something happened traumatic to her. We don't know what it was.
A family is concerned after their daughter went missing. Good evening, I'm Paul CICCHINI. Champaign native 24-year-old Sony Toe has been missing from Georgia since December 31st. WCIA 3's Bryce Beamont joins us now. Bryce, you spoke with some family. What are they saying tonight?
Well, I spoke with Toe's sister, Tina Harris, who told me Toe had just moved to Georgia a few months ago before she disappeared.
She was covered in mud, and she was talking crazy and out of her mind.
About a month before her disappearance, Sony Toe was found in the back of someone's truck in Georgia. An officer brought her to the hospital where she was taken into a psych ward. Tina Harris, Toe's sister, was called to pick her up. She says when she got there, her sister hardly recognized her. They later found out she had been in the woods for about 2 days.
She said she wasn't touched, she wasn't raped because they run some tests on her, but she had like scratches on her arm.
But private investigator Robin Martinelli thinks Toe is a victim of something else entirely.
She possibly could be into some sex trafficking.
Martinelli says sex trafficking is common in Georgia.
And it seems to be people that come from a different state to here, that weren't born and raised here, that know the way around.
Toe brought Harris to where she had been staying to grab her things. Investigator Martinelli says victims may have been staying at that house.
Sony knew the code to get into the house, just like all the other girls did.
Toe went to go live with Harris, but on December 31st, she left the house and never returned. Other sheriff's departments in Georgia are also looking into Toe's disappearance. But for now, they hope any tips will help find Sony Toe.
I promised her mother I would find her no matter where she is and what she's doing. I hope she's still alive.
So far, no one has heard from Toe. A North Carolina number did call her dad. Investigator Martinelli thinks maybe that was Toe trying to get a hold of anyone in her family. Back to you.
The case is both bizarre and tragic because you just feel for this family.
You just feel for them and you don't totally know what's going on. It's just, I think it's confusing for everyone, for their family especially.
Well, if you get any updates, of course, let us know.
Of course.
Bryce, thanks. Now, a couple sheriff's departments in Georgia are assisting with this search. We did reach out to Champaign police, but they've not had any report about her disappearance. The family does have a fundraiser to assist with finding Sony Toe. Another family is searching for a man who disappeared in December. Richard Truitt was last seen in Westville. His cousin says he was leaving the home for business. He planned to meet with someone at a rental property. But he got into a car with someone else and hasn't been seen since. His phone was turned off, so they weren't able to call him. His family says it's unusual for him to do something like this. Investigators still haven't arrested anyone for a man's homicide in Piatt County. Michael Brown was shot to death inside his home in Hammond a month ago. He was on the village board, served in the Air Force. People in Hammond say the death has left them on edge. Here's an update to a shooting that happened yesterday in Springfield. A man is dead after being shot at South 6th Street and Princeton Avenue. 36-year-old Timothy Swope was taken to an area hospital where he died early this morning. Springfield police continue their investigation, but no one's in custody at this time. A man in Decatur is facing charges after police say he assaulted a child. 32-year-old John Murley was arrested yesterday for predatory criminal sexual assault. Police say it happened over the course of a month. family called police when they were told what happened. Murley's being held now at the Macon County Jail in protective custody. A tenant at one apartment complex in Champaign is angry with their complex having unannounced apartment showings during a pandemic. A tenant at JSM Apartments was concerned her landlord wasn't following proper COVID protocols. The tenant told us when they expressed concern with people coming in from their apartment because of COVID. Now, the apartment complex said it was part of their lease. They said JSM told them if they don't agree, they could be fined or evicted. We reached out to JSM. They didn't comment. The Champaign-Urbana Public Health Department says it is legal if they are following COVID protocols.
We are now in phase 4, which has opened up a lot more things. These restrictions have been lifted.
He does say to make sure people being shown the apartment don't have COVID, if possible. And of course, always wear a mask and keep groups small and socially distance. As for today's update on COVID, the state's positivity rate, 2.7%. More than 2,400 new infections were announced, along with 55 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. But looking at the regions, Region 3, that's the area in red on the map, is at 2.3% positivity rate, with 75% of ICU beds being used. In Region 6, it's the area in yellow, positivity rate of 3%, with 52% of beds being used. Nearly 9,000 homes under the Illinois Department of Health Care and Family Services and Department of Human Services may have had their personal information compromised. The state said today addresses for the homes were incorrectly changed because of an out-of-date file from the National Change of Address Registry. Information included, or such as names, case numbers, benefit information, and birth dates were mailed to the wrong addresses in November and December. 1 had a full Social Security number. 5 had complete bank account information. Officials say no one's tried to misuse the personal information so far. High school teams hit the court tonight. We'll have the highlights in Full Court Friday. Plus, big honor for the big man of the Illinois basketball team, what Kofi is a finalist for.
And some rain showers are pushing through tonight. We'll have the chance for more tomorrow night. But boy, does tomorrow look fantastic out there. We'll tell you how warm we're getting and what the week ahead brings for us. That is coming up after this.